All right, today we're going to start with compare and contrast. If you look at this slide, you can answer questions 1 and 2. Compare and contrast is when the author gives you similarities and differences between different things. Compare signal words would be as well as, also, to, like, similar, and both. Contrast signal words, that's whenever we're telling how we're different, are here on the screen. However, but, on the other hand, while, though, different from, yet, and whereas. So if you see these words, this is a hint. This is going to be compare and contrast. Are we saying similarities and differences between two things? Okay. So if you look at this slide, on this one you can answer question 4. This is the visual right here that you draw in question 4, these two circles. This is called a Venn diagram. So you put your first topic here, your second topic here, and their differences, and then in the middle is how they're alike. All right, so we're going to read this paragraph, and then from here you will answer questions 5 and 6. Soccer and football are alike in a few ways, but have many differences. One similarity is that there are 11 players on the field at one time in both soccer and football. They are both popular sports in the United States, and they both require the use of a ball in a field. The differences between soccer and football are numerous. Soccer players use a ball shaped like a sphere, whereas football players use a ball that has two ends. In soccer, players are trying to send the ball in the goal. However, in football, players are trying to get the ball in the end zone or through the goalpost. The rules are also very different. In soccer, players are rarely allowed to touch the ball with their hands, while football players frequently touch the ball. Football players are allowed to tackle, but this is forbidden in soccer. These are just a few ways that soccer and football are different. Nonetheless, most people agree that both soccer and football are fun sports. All right, I want you to see what are the two topics of this paragraph. What are we comparing and contrasting here? So pause and try to answer question 5. All right, you should have written down soccer and football. Those are the two things that we are comparing. Now we want to draw the visual. I want you to go back to this slide and see what your visual will look like. So you need to draw two circles that overlap. Topic A will be soccer. Topic B will be football. This is for question 6. So you're going to put all the differences about soccer, all the differences about football, and then how they're alike in the middle. I want you to pause the video and do that on your own right now. Please do not go and find the answer. Try it on your own. All right, so to check our answers, we should have soccer and football. Both are sports, both the ball can be kicked, and both they have 11 players on the field. Soccer is a sphere-shaped ball, and football has a ball with two ends. Soccer has a goal, football has an end zone. Soccer, you can rarely touch the ball with your hands. And 3, for football, you can frequently touch the ball with your hands. Soccer tackling is forbidden, and in football, tackling is allowed. All right, this is for questions 7 and 8. There are two major categories of books, fiction and nonfiction. These categories have many differences. Fiction books are usually written to entertain the reader, and the stories are not real. On the other hand, nonfiction books are filled with facts and are often written to inform or teach the reader about a specific topic. Fiction stories contain characters, a setting, and a plot, whereas nonfiction stories contain charts, graphs, maps, timelines, and diagrams. Fiction and nonfiction can be similar in some ways, too. They both can contain illustrations to help the reader understand the text. They both typically contain a table of contents. Students need to read both fiction and nonfiction to meet academic standards and succeed in school. Okay, so for question 7, it says, what's the topic? I want you to pause and figure out the two topics. What are we comparing and contrasting? All right, you should have written down fiction and nonfiction for question 7. All right, the visual for question 8, you need to draw your Venn diagram. On the left side, you'll have fiction. The right side, you'll have nonfiction, and the middle will be how they are alike. I want you to pause the video and fill in your Venn diagram. Do not look at the answers until you have it filled in. All right, this is the Venn diagram for fiction and nonfiction for you to check your answers. So check this and make any changes that you need. When you finish with this video, I would like you to turn in your paper to your college box and get the Chapter 2 Claudette Colvin discussion questions off of my desk.